Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll voice over my completion of CoLS and talk about every single stage. I hope you enjoy the video. So the first stage, it was pretty easy. Don't have much about it. Also with the next 4 stages. So yeah, I won't really talk about anything here. Now we are at the first part where I fell. For this part you actually only need to get 6 buttons, which is the button I got at the start, the tightrope button. And then here you have to wait for the other ones and then I'll talk about them. As you see, this was the first time I fell. There on the tightrope. Actually I fell here again. So yeah. And this time I was able to accomplish getting past the jump rope, so then I continued to get the other buttons. These platforms do vibrate, so don't stay on them for too long. And I went on to just try and get up. And then I got the 3rd button I need. Then I did this little obby part, which was pretty easy, and then we had this part, but this part is actually handy for later, not really later as I didn't fall, but if you ever fall on there will be a good skip to do. And now I got the other green button, probably the hardest button to get while doing this. Then we went over here to get the blue button, but I had to speed run carefully this. If I didn't jump on that invisible platform, I wouldn't have done it. And of course I easily done it. I actually fell one time here. Well, I was going down the blue thing. And now we're back in the car and we're going to the next one, which is probably the second easiest button behind the, of course, free one at the start. Just the purple button. And then actually, that's all the buttons you need, if I'm right. As here, you would have to climb here, but you don't need, as you can just do like what I do here. So you climb these 2 ladders, then you climb another 2, then you climb the blue one, then the pink one, and then you gotta do a wall hop. Which is pretty easy to do. Then we have this part, which is pretty easy until this part here. Like, it starts off easy, but then over here we've got these very tiny jumps, which are very difficult sometimes. And I fell here a few times when I was doing this the day before. I fell here once, but this part's pretty easy. Then I went on the invisible push thing, and then you just have to speed run this part, and then it's fine. have to do a little go around there. Then you use the zip line here to go over here. Then you have here, which is pretty easy. And then here it's fun. Here you'll notice sometimes you take a bit of damage, but it's completely fine. And then here you just have to fall down. Here I decided to fall again, and I actually almost died, but yeah, I didn't, which is good. Now I have here, which is pretty easy. When here I actually fell, don't know how, but I kept the speed still, which makes it chill. Then we took the conveyor again, and this time I made it. Then I took the push. I actually almost fell here as well. Then we ran quick. Took the zip line. And then we went to the top pot where you can get the button for the basement. If you don't get it, then yeah, like if you fall then but you don't get the button, then yeah, you can't continue, you have to restart, if I'm right. And then here I just had to fall, and then I was in the basement. The basement is the darkest part of the run, if I'm right, and it has some hard jumps. Like these jumps are pretty easy, and then I think we've got half a stud jumps about. You can skip that one there and just jump down. Then here's probably the easiest part of the basement, where you just gotta go up here. Then we got this little wrap round, which is sometimes hard, sometimes easy, but I haven't fell on it yet. Then we've got these moving pillars, which you just jump upon. Here I took damage, but it's fine. And then here, as you see, it was cut. And instead of going the secret way, I kept on falling there, as you can see from my HP. So I decided to go the other way, but then I understood this spinning pillar, so I was able to do this part pretty easily. And it's maybe easier than the secret path. Then we've got these parts here. And then the small stud jumps again, which are pretty easy. And now you're here, you've gotten this white button, which is, if you don't know, if you wear the outside part in the light blue part, if you fall, you'll go to like right outside the basement, and you can skip from floor 4 to 7, which is really good. Then here you just have to wait for the elevator. Then you go up, you have to go through this part, and then now you've officially escaped the basement. Now we have this part, which leads into floor 7, which will make us have 10 floors left. You just gotta see the platform right, and when it comes down, just go on the platform when you can go on it. Then here, it thankfully went quick, and then here, other times I did fall, so yeah. Then we had the push things, then we had here, which we just had to do some medium difficulty jumps. Here you just have to wait for the elevator, and then you can get moved to floor 7. You just got wait for the elevator to come, but it's there now. Another move, and now it's here. And make sure when you go in the elevator, you go to the back, otherwise you'll just fly out. And I don't know if you can bug out as well. It didn't happen to me, but I don't know. Like, I think it's like here you could bug out. I don't know. Because it hasn't happened to me. And then here you are now at floor 7, which has you with 10 floors left. And here the time has cut by about 2 minutes and a half because I kept on falling after I pressed the green button. I don't know how, but yeah, it's just how it is. Here you just have to wait. I went this way because in my opinion it's easier. Then you just jump off here and then you can just climb here. Then here, if you don't have the helicopter, I recommend you go in first person with shift lock. And you do what I'm doing right here. As without it, it's without shift lock and just going in first person, it's really hard. But if you have helicopter, it's easy, I think, because I don't have helicopter, so yeah. Now we're on floor 8, if I'm right. Here it's the spinning one, where we just gotta get past. Over here. Over these jumps. 2 stud ones, but yeah, I fell here. And we are now approaching the 20-minute mark. And I still had another 70 minutes of this run, but I cut the video, so it's only half an hour. And then we got this spinning platform. I've only fell here like once. You see, I almost fell. I mean, like to the bottom. And then now we got the kind of outside part. But yeah, you can still go back, so yeah. Then we got here. Then instead of just taking the platform, it's better for me to just wait here. And then take this one, then jump here. Then do these little jumps. The platform's gonna come soon. I think I barely missed it. And there's the platform. We take it, we do some little jumps, and then we're on the speed run part. And now we're done with floor 8, and if I'm right, and as you see, it got cut again by I think like 6 minutes because I kept on falling. I actually failed once here on the last jump in this run. I don't know how. Like on this stage. The tightrope here, I sometimes fell when I went down it because of how fast I was going. Here, I stopped falling here. It was annoying for a bit, but it's fine now. And here I'm skipping a few of the stud jumps because I'm not just going to jump on every stud, of course. Then we got a speed part here, which is pretty easy. And for this part of the tower, I recommend you only reset if it's under 100 seconds. If it's over 100 seconds, just keep on doing it. Then you go here, and then here's where I fell once. And then you've got this really short tightrope. Either use the D-pad or just do what I'm doing. Just use shift lock and go really slow. And then when you get close, just do what I do here. Just jump. It'll be fine. And then you go down the zip line. Then I somehow did this first try. The double wall hop. And we've got here. We've got a few 1-star jumps, then the zip line to the green button which we hit, then we go over here. You just have to jump on these ladders and then go to the edge here like what I'm doing and jump. Then we've got a speed part. The green button doesn't matter anymore, but I fell here a few times. And then we've got this little wrap around. Yeah, don't mind the fabric to Romano, don't mind that. Then we got pink. it got cut again by like 5 minutes, but I couldn't see because my foot boots are on. Then, so pink is pretty difficult if you're bad at the stud jumps, but I only fell here like once in this run, which is pretty good for me. As you see, the jumps are pretty small, and I think the time I fell was actually hitting the tightrope somehow. I don't even know how. Then actually I didn't fall here at all, which is pretty surprising. And then we just go here. It's good until we get over here, which is I think the hardest part in my opinion. You have to do this, then this, then this. Then you got to do that, and then we're at the cop. I didn't jump here because I thought I would misplace my jump, which I've done before, and then not get in the cop. Here is the first part. It takes like a minute here because I kept on like messing up. Because if you hit the kill bricks, you'll have to go back to the button and press it, as you see. As when I go back, the button isn't pressed, as you see, when you hear the sound. And then I did it again. And then I think here, I did it. Then we just do these jumps. Jump here, then here, and then do this skip. It's okay, and then mine actually fell again, but do that skip. It's way, in my opinion, way easier, and it's better to do. And yeah, that means that he also has beaten CoLS, and he did the same jump as me. He did it before me. He jumped from TOSP, Tower of Screen Punching, which I also jumped from. Then here we got the fast challenge, which you just gotta go quick, otherwise you're gonna lose your speed. But if you lose your speed here, if you fall here and then you lose your speed like at this jump, you can still do it and still get the button, which is fine. I fell here once and that's when I had no speed, but I still got the button, so yeah. Here I didn't jump, and if I would jump, I would probably never got it because I would have fell all the way down. Then we got the last challenge, and then don't mind the other guy who plays John Chush. Then we got this part, which I actually never actually saw. I just saw now there's actually a platform there, and that would have made it like way quick. But I took this route, and I still got the button, which means I've got all the buttons, and we can proceed to the green layer. We're now at the green part. I only fell here about once, and it was kind of stupid. I actually didn't fall over here. I actually felt something way more easier. I thought I would fall here, but I didn't. But I actually fell here once here because I walked off and I fell to like all the way back down to light pink. I think that's what it is. And then here we've got this part, which took me a while, so I'll speed it up. Now we're entering another part, which will go outside. First, you gotta do these jumps. This jump looks hard, but it's not. And over here, you use the push to go outside. Then you have to go through here and then take another push. I think you could jump down there on one of the levels once you get there. And then here we got this jump, and then the ladder stops, and then we have to go here and then wrap around here. Now we are officially on stage 12, if I'm right. But thankfully we have a big skip incoming. But you will see soon that at like 47 it goes from 47 to 58 because of something that happened that I'll explain when we get there. So I actually fell here only one time, and it's on the last one over here. I fell when I was trying to get to the ladder. Like I got hit, and then when I tried to jump, I tapped too early, then I just fell. But here I didn't. Actually, in this front I didn't fall in red or green, which is pretty good. Then now we are basically getting to the checkpoint part. As here there's the balloon part, which is really useful in this one, and you can probably skip a really hard part. That would have took me like 3 hours than this tower, because I didn't practice it. Then we fell over here, then we've got these little ones, and then now we are at the easy part, which the time got skipped again by another 2 minutes because it took me a bit. Then we got the small stud jumps. We got this pretty easy part, and then we can skip that one, then go here. And then here are 2 pushes, the other one we'll see later in like 30 seconds. Then these jumps are actually, in my opinion, pretty hard. They were pretty hard for me, as you see I almost fell here. But thankfully I fluked the others, and yeah. Then we got this tightrope which has gaps, and then here's the second push. You just push it. Then you go over here, and then you can just jump up to here. And that's why you can't do skip without that button, because then you also can't get the balloon. Oh, then you would normally use the balloon to go back up and do the red part, but you'll see what I'll do here. So we jump up here, then here with the balloon. As you see, it got cut again because I got stuck at the top of the blue part. As you see, we go up, and instead of going to the red thing, we go here, we go to the actual blue part, and then we put the balloon here, and then we're now at here, which is this was now the furthest that I've gotten. Well, when I got to the checkpoint part, that was the furthest I've gotten. Here I was actually just saying that I got to blue in this school, so yeah. We just have to wait. And now we're going again, but here I'm gonna have to speed up the clip because I have to wait here a lot, so yeah. I'll speed it up for you guys. Then here I did a pretty risky skip, but thankfully I pulled it off. Then here I'll probably have to, I think, speed it up again because I was stuck here for a bit, so I will. Now here I was finally able to continue, and this is the part where I was able to get past this floor stuff. As you see, I kept on falling and I had to wait a minute like every time I fell, like well, the first time I fell, because I lost like over 60% of my health, so I had to wait a minute every time. And then here I finally did the jump, and here I was really nervous as we were going outside. This part made me really scared, because if I fell here, the run would have been gone. I would have had to have gone all the way back to the start, and I would basically be at floor 7, because I can do the skip that I told you before, I think. So the tightrope here was pretty easy, but that rope run back there, I was so scared, but thankfully I passed it. Then we got here, where's the button that we needed to press so that we can go to the second to last floor. This is, if I'm right, floor 15. So I think if I'm right, yeah, I don't know what floor the red floor was. I think it was like floor 13. Then here we got the black one that I did before, and I was so nervous when I did this, but thankfully I passed it. Then we got these jumps, and then we had to go back. I was hoping that I didn't fall on like the tightrope, because actually this one was thinner than I thought. As you see, I actually did it how I normally do, but then I went here. Then you've had this jump here, and then you just have to be careful here and jump up here. Here I did this part pretty easily, so it's actually not cut, which is pretty crazy. Then we went up here, which is pretty easy. But I actually fell here, so I had to do it all again, and this part's really stressful. Like if you fall here, you probably fall to that blue part before the basement. Now I've passed it, but I will stop. I'll now speed up because I've got to stop here a bit. And then thankfully here I was able to do it, and as you see it's at 69 minutes, and then here is, I had to do more weight in here, so I'll speed it up again. Wait, so over here I'll just speed up. Then here I was able to go here. As you see, I lost a lot of my health. But the thing was, coming here I actually went, I didn't lose as much health. Like, I lost a lot of health, as you see. I lost about over a quarter of my health here. And here you've just got a pretty easy part, but I'll speed up, because I was stuck here for a tiny bit. Here I was able to do the conveyor part, which was pretty easy, but now we are entering the ball part, which would take me to the tents. allowed full back. So I'll probably speed up around 30. Then here, as you see, I think the time got cut by about a minute as I fell again. Here I actually almost fell, and if I touch that, the looking yellow thing, then there, under me, then I would have went back to the ladder top, which I did about twice, as the black floor took me the longest to get off, because of only 2 jumps that made me take so long. Here, if you fall, you basically just fall out, basically fall down. I don't know how far. Here I hit the thing a bit, but yeah, I'm fine. And now we are approaching the first time I got to the black floor. But yeah, I wouldn't do it first try, of course. I don't know who would do the black floor first try. It's in my opinion, the hardest floor in the whole tower. And now we're here at the black tower. Floor, the last one. I didn't know what to do, but then I realised when I was with the person that messaged me, so that I have to go here. I wasn't cool with him, but when I got to red for the first time and I fell, I was. Then I touched the button and then we went over here. Now you might be thinking there's 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, but how long did this take you? Well, you'll see. So here, I fell the first time. And then we went to I got here again. And then, do you know what happened? I fell again. And then we got to the black floor again at another 4 minutes later. Will I pass it? I did pass the jump. Will I get thrown? Absolutely not. Then another 6 minutes. And then 6 minutes later I got back here again and I got way further. I did these jumps. Here, I thought I would fall in these small star jumps, but I actually never did, which I'm really happy about. Because then I would have fallen about all the way to maybe like the suck. I don't know what to say. Then here I did the shift method. I almost fell up all the way. But 20 seconds later, I'm back up here. And then I got the jump. I did these jumps. Of course I did these jumps because of what I just said. I didn't fall on these once, which is good. I wonder what I'll get next time. But to me, this part's free. And then we were at the conveyor once again. Will I pass it or not? No, I won't. But I fell on the blue button and I did get a grip on the ladder. Then we were back at it. Only built on it and I fell on the first jump. Good. That black floor, I think the 5th time now. We did the jump. We did the little big jumps. And then the jumps. And guess what? Yeah, you already know. I got back to the conveyor, and did I proceed to do it? I tapped way too early, and now we're back at it again for the about 6th time we're here. We easily did these jumps, and then yeah, you think you already know it, don't you? We got to the I got to the conveyor part again. And did I fall or not? No. Yes, I fell. And I put going. And now we're here again. I actually did fall at this jump many times. I actually passed it more than I fell at. As when I was practicing it, I fell a lot. And I'm very thankful that I didn't fall a lot when I did it. That I got here. I only fell like twice. I was like, don't worry about it. And then we got here. Here, actually, I didn't use shift lock. And do you know what happened? I actually passed it without shift lock. So here's one thing. When you do that conveyor jump, don't use shift lock. Because then you fall. The only way you use shift lock is if you go around. That's all. But without shift lock, it's way easier. Now we're at the basically final part. We've got these little wall jumps, which are pretty easy. That one's the hardest, I think. And now we're at the platform part where we gotta do the platform. Here, of course, I have to put the platform bit up on the right corner so I can get up. Here I forgot where to go, but now I saw the laser, I went here. And now it's the final jump. Did I fall or did I do it? Okay, yeah, I did it, of course. That jump's free. But anyway, yeah. This actually goes on for another minute since I was just, like, really happy and I kind of forgot to stop recording. This tower took 6 hours. Do not mind, it says, 165 minutes. It didn't update as when I checked the next day, aka I think today, it said 235, I think. No, 265 or something. And then plus another 80 from the practice game. I equipped the intense thing, and that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you stayed till here, you are just a legend, yeah. Screenshot it. I hope you have a nice day.